the Oneida County 24.
Now, the news with Katrina Smith and meteorologist Eric Gage.
Good morning and thank you so much for joining us. I'm Katrina Smith. Gary has the morning off once again.
And I'm Storm Tracker 2 meteorologist Eric Gage.
And we're getting some information that we didn't have yesterday morning. We got it later in the day yesterday. The tornado, another confirmed tornado touching down in Oneida County. That brings the total to record-setting numbers here.
Oh yeah, easily. We had one in Lee, there was one out in Hamilton County, and then another one in Herkimer County that was also confirmed. So the numbers just keep going up, and there are still some more surveys that can be conducted. So we're not even done just yet, depending on whether offices want to continue the services.
National Weather Service has been in the area then for the past week.
They've been hard at work doing these surveys. And again, let's take a look at how many so far, as Katrina mentioned, in the path of the tornado in Lee. So first off, record-setting 10 tornadoes on the 16th of July, most in a day in New York State history. But the records continue. 20 confirmed tornadoes in the span of the month of July, beating the record of 13 back in 92 and 98. So again, this is just record-shattering weather here in central New York. But let's head to that tornado path in Lee. It started right around Palmer Road. It continued to Mitchell Road and Point Rock Road as it continued to go more north and east, passing Stroon Road and then Harris Road, and then finally continuing even more to the east, heading to Beartown Road and beyond. Maxed wind of 95 miles per hour, an EF1 category, a length of 6.5 miles. But to the weather, the forecast for today, Oneonta, a little foggy this morning, a bit damp, temperatures in the 60s across the area. And the radar, as you can see here, a little bit active, a few heavier rain showers moving south into Oneonta at this time. But again, next 12 hours starting out damp and rainy, with sunshine peaking out by the afternoon and high temperatures in the upper 70s near 80 degrees. So we'll gradually dry out, but we're not out of the rainy pattern just yet. We got more rain showers to track tomorrow and Thursday. We might have some good news regarding the weather for the weekend. Details on that straight ahead. Katrina?
Eric, thank you so much. And the National Weather Service confirming that tornado touchdown in Lee. The grand total in the region just eye-popping now. Residents posted photos of the damage, including broken branches and downed trees. 2 children are in critical condition after the buggy they were in was struck on Route 12 Monday evening. This happening just before 6:30. This was north of
The WKTV Tower Cam is brought to you by the Central Association for the Blind and Visually Impaired.
Good morning and welcome back. The time now is 5:12. We're getting you set as you head on to this morning on your Munson CommuteCast. And first off, a live look at downtown Utica. A bit damp on the roadways early this morning. You might run into some patchy mist, as well as some locations seeing a bit heavier rainfall rates. But we're not tracking anything too impactful as we take a look at our Munson traffic tracker early today. No incidents to report of early this morning. No road closures newly to report. Again, there are still plenty of road closures still out in Lake George area, heading out closer to Saratoga County. But again, today, a bit of a rainy start in some spots. It's damp across the region, patchy fog, but we dry out by the afternoon with partly sunny skies and temperatures in the upper 70s. Katrina?
Thank you so much, Eric. The Paris Olympics.
From Central New York's most dependable weather team, here's meteorologist Eric Gage.
Good Tuesday morning, everyone. We are starting out the day a bit damp out there with patchy drizzle, patchy mist, and some locations some scattered showers. Let's take a live look right now in downtown Utica, where the road's a little bit damp. My commute to work this morning ran into a few spots of light drizzle, but that really was about it. Other locations are seeing a little bit more. We'll show that at the radar in just a second. Current conditions, 67 degrees. Still very humid out, and the dew point will still continue to rise over the next few days. So if you enjoyed the low humidity over the weekend, well, it's not really shaping up that way for the next few days. Now, let's take a look at the radar early this morning, and most of the heavier rainfall has been modeled pretty well by our Skycast. Looks like most of it is taking place in the Otsego, Fulton, Montgomery County area. And this is continuing to shift more and more eastward with just a few spotty, spritzy showers here in Oneida County and northern Herkimer County. And so again, we're still dealing with damp conditions to start out the day today. Temperatures climb into the upper 70s, low 80s by this afternoon. Keep in mind, by the way, this is the warmest time of the year. Over the next few days, the overall average temperature, or the normal high, will start to go back down. So here we are in the dog days of summer, and, well, the day's not really too hot. The only thing, though, is, again, humidity will still remain pretty noticeable and then be on the rise heading into tomorrow. Well, the Boonville Oneida County Fair starts out today. Temperatures initially get in the 60s with rain showers in the morning. We dry out by the afternoon. Those of you who are going out to see the parade and the fireworks, well, you got good news regarding the weather for that. However, again, not every single day today this week looks to be dry, with more rain showers expected by tomorrow. Broader picture, we're still seeing disorganized rain showers here and there as we're in the midst of a trough or just an overall area, a broad area of low pressure, which is keeping things unsettled and damp here locally. And so in our Skycast here, you see all those rain showers out to the east. They're shifting more to the east, and following that, spotty showers, for the most part, remaining isolated and mainly dry in the Mohawk Valley. Then, mainly dry tonight, dry start tomorrow. Then we'll start to see scattered showers and storms roll through by Wednesday evening. And so your 7-day forecast, the rainiest day of the next few looks to be on Wednesday, tapering, rain showers tapering off on Thursday, and sunshine moves in as we head into Friday, even into the weekend, Saturday and Sunday as well. And the temperatures also warm up quickly from the upper 70s Friday to the upper 80s on Sunday. I think the dog days of summer might be delayed about a week or so, but
Because it doesn't feel like it right now just yet.
oh yeah, it doesn't feel like a mid-July day, you know,
Yeah.
80s.
But
low
the
80s.
weekend temperatures, that looks like the dog days of summer.
And the sunshine too. I'm looking forward to
Beautiful.
that.
Thank you so much, Eric. Time now is 5:23. Still
News with Katrina Smith and meteorologist Eric Gage.
good morning, and thank you so much for joining us for another half hour of News Channel 2 at Sunrise. I'm Katrina Smith, and Gary has the morning off once again. Rainy start, Eric.
Yeah, rainy start today, and overall pretty unsettled stretch we're in for the next few days.
Next several days, no barbecues to plan, or do you think
Well,
we'll clear out for the evenings?
I guess the plus side is, even though it's rainy to start, it's not going to be raining all day long.
Oh, that's
this
good
is
news.
tapering up. Yeah, sunshine.
Okay.
So you might have a window to bring out that grill, as a matter of
Great.
fact.
Fantastic.
Let's take a look at what happened yesterday. In fact, as Katrina mentioned earlier on in the show, the town of Lee saw a confirmed tornado. The town of Ohio saw a confirmed tornado, and then up in Herkimer County near Limekiln Lake also saw a confirmed tornado, bringing the confirmed tornadoes on the 16th up to 10, which is the record number of tornadoes for a single day in New York State. On top of that, also 20 in July, also a record-setting number. So to put it into perspective, yeah, this is a very active month of weather here in central New York. And again, the path of Lee, starting at Palmer Road, continuing through the area, heading north and east with a max wind of 95 miles per hour, making it an EF1, width of 200 yards, and of course continuing through to Beartown Road, ending at Beartown Road, the northern area of Beartown Road. And the forecast today, well, it starts out a little foggy, a little damp with some rain showers. Temperatures in the 60s, 63 Hamilton, 67 in Rome. And the radar, again, showers continuing to shift east. The heaviest of the rainfall currently taking place in Otsego County. And the next 12 hours, again, spotty showers this morning, a damp start to the day, but it will gradually dry out by the late morning, early afternoon. Still can't roll out an isolated shower, but most of us remain dry. A bit more unsettled by tomorrow, but we've got good news regarding dry weather on the horizon. We'll have details on that straight ahead. Katrina?
Eric, thank you. Don't forget, Storm Tracker 2 forecast, never more than 10 minutes away.
Good morning. Welcome back, everyone. We're starting out this morning by taking a look at our photo of the day today. And with the full moon, technically over the weekend on Sunday, but we also showcased it Sunday afternoon, again, Saturday night, Sunday morning. The full moon was the buck moon taken in Lee Center. And the name of the buck moon comes from, you guessed it, bucks in our area. That their antlers are now velvety, they're starting to pop out, and that's just the sign that we're now in the midst of summer, and as the buck's antlers continue to grow, we'll get closer and closer to rut for when, of course, deer season takes place. If you'd like to submit a photo like this one, send it to the link right there, WKTV.com/weather/pics. Well, the radar, a bit more busy this morning, especially with some heavier rain showers in the Otsego County region, but tapering off as you head farther out to the west. Now we're tracking these rain showers plus how things shape up for tomorrow and the rest of the work week in that forecast straight ahead. Katrina?
Thank you so much, Eric. The New Hartford Little League.
The WKTV Tower Cam is brought to you by the Central Association for the Blind and Visually Impaired. From Central New York's most dependable weather team, here's meteorologist Eric Gage.
Good morning. Welcome back, everyone. We're starting out the day with clouds, damp conditions, in some spots heavier rain showers, other spots some patchy light drizzle. Let's take a live look in Utica right now, where we are seeing more of the latter, just some light drizzle. In fact, the road's starting to dry up a little bit as we take a look along some of the roadways heading out facing the east. Current temperature sitting at 67, still very humid, calm winds, and the pattern for now favors increasing humidity as we head into the next few days. But let's take a look at the Yorkville Battery Storm Tracker 2 live radar. Again, the rain showers are continuing to shift more north and east, with the heaviest of the rainfall rates currently taking place in the Oneonta, Morris, Edmiston, Cooperstown area. In fact, heading out to Norwich and Shingo County. But notice behind that, I got dry air setting in right here. Still some patchy drizzle, but not looking at anything completely widespread. And this right here is our best shot of rain today. As this exits out to the east, we're only dealing with a few isolated, scattered, spotty showers here and there. And most of the area actually dries up for the entire afternoon. But speaking of the afternoon hours today, again, temperatures will climb from the 60s up into the 80s. Humidity is still a bit noticeable with dew points in the mid-60s. But again, regarding that rainfall chance following this morning, again, it's isolated to scattered. You can see right here, but we're not looking at anything completely widespread as of now. But with today marking the first day of the Boonville-Oneida County Fair, we're talking about temperatures in the upper 70s, low 80s, partly sunny, again, rainy start. But for those of you heading to the parade and eventually the fireworks later today, I think the conditions do favor dry weather. And so the bigger picture, we got a broad area of low pressure. In fact, we're sandwiched in between two fronts. And when that happens, usually we see a mix of some disorganized showers and storms here and there. Nothing that's very telling to track. So again, this system just a bit messy over our area. And so in our skycast, the heavier rain showers shifting to the east. We've got a peak of sunshine here and there, isolated shower possible, but most of us dry out by the afternoon and evening. Then tonight, mainly dry, a few passing clouds, temperatures in the 60s, and a mainly dry start Wednesday, isolated spotty shower with a better shot for showers and storms arriving in the late evening. And so your 7-day forecast, the dampest day of the next 7 looks to be Wednesday. Then on Thursday, showers tapering off. Friday, drying out, a bit more dry than we expected earlier this week. And then following that, even more sunshine as we move into Saturday and Sunday. So listen, if we're talking about mainly overnight rain showers, then sunny afternoons and sunny weekends, I could get used to that.
Yeah, I think that you have a great forecast ahead if you're keeping the rain and the overnights for us. Thank you, Eric. The time now is 5:52. Still
News with Katrina Smith and meteorologist Eric Gage.
Good morning, and thank you for joining us. I'm Katrina Smith. Gary's off.
And I'm Storm Tracker 2 meteorologist Eric Gage.
We had quite the week when it comes to severe weather and tornadoes, and I didn't realize until yesterday that the National Weather Service has been in town all week tracking the damage from these storms that have swept through the region.
Yes, and just a bit of a behind the scenes. So
Sure.
the Weather Service in Binghamton is what covers Oneida County. So they travel from Binghamton to Oneida
here.
County to do the surveys. They've come back and forth a few times already. They went to Canastota, they went to Rome, they went to Lee. And we're talking to them right now about potentially going to Hinckley. So, of course, we'll provide updates on that at this point. But, again, multiple other service offices going in Herkimer County, Oneida County. And, yes, Lee
The latest
was confirmed.
yesterday, yes, was that confirmed tornado in Lee, and there could be more.
Yes, could be more confirmed just yet. But let's take a look at that path of Lee. And it started out at Palmer Road, outside of Lee. And it continued north and east, heading to Mitchell Road, Point Rock Road, then taking a slight right detour through Harris Road and Sulphur Springs Road, continuing more and more east, heading through the woods into Beartown Road, then going along the path of the road, and then finally ending at North Beartown Road. So the max wind of 95 miles per hour, making the EF1 path length of 6.5 miles. That puts a tornado count for the 16th up to 10, record setting, and puts the monthly total up to 20, also record setting. So if you guys are wondering, is this something that's usual in central New York? Well, the answer really is no. The last time we saw this amount of tornadoes in 1 month was back in '98 and 1992. And so, back to the forecast for today. It's a foggy start, a damp start in Oneonta in some locations with temperatures in the 60s. Mainly rainy in Otsego County, full of Montgomery counties, but areas out to the east or the west drying out. Just a few spotty late rain showers. And the next 12 hours favor drying conditions after a damp start, climbing into the upper 70s near 80 degrees. Now, we are still tracking some more rain showers heading into tomorrow and Thursday, but we'll talk about the exact timing of them in that forecast straight ahead. Katrina?
Eric, thank you. Again, the National Weather Service confirming those tornadoes touched down last week. This one in the town of Lee, and this is some of the damage that viewers have sent us from those tornadoes. Residents posting photos of the damage, including broken branches and downed trees here. Well, 2 children are in critical condition after the buggy they were in was struck along Route 12.
The WKTV Tower Cam is brought to you by the Central Association for the Blind and Visually Impaired.
Good morning and welcome back. The time now is 6:11. We're getting you set to head out the door this morning on the Munson Commute Cast. And taking a live look at downtown Utica right now, roads were initially damp. They're gradually drying out as some rain showers are tapering off. The drizzle coming to an end and clouds are continuing to move in. And a live look at our Munson traffic tracker this morning. Again, no incidents to report of early today, no accidents as well, and road closures non-existent at this point. The roads are all back open again in the city of Rome. And for today, we're starting out with temperatures in the 60s, a damp start, some spotty showers, but by the afternoon, mainly dry, isolated shower here and there, but temperatures in the upper 70s, low 80s with partly sunny skies. Katrina?
Thank you so much, Eric. The Paris Olympics just
From Central New York's most dependable weather team, here's meteorologist Eric Gage.
Good morning and welcome back. This Tuesday is starting out rather damp in some spots with widespread showers in Otsego County, but in areas to the north, looking relatively quiet. Taking a live look now at downtown Utica. The roads are drying up a little bit. Early this morning on my commute to work, I ran into some spotty light drizzle, but that is since exiting our area out to the east. Currently 66 and cloudy, very humid, dew point of 65. And with that temperature close to that dew point, patchy fog is forming in some locations, especially again in the Oneonta area. As you take a live look right now, on the Yorkville Battery Storm Tracker 2 live radar. Most of the rain showers taking place in Fulton, Montgomery, southern tip of Herkimer County, and pretty much all of Otsego County at this point, with Oneonta seeing the heaviest of the rainfall, but spotty showers out to the west. And that's the overall trend as we turn our path of these rain showers forward, or at least the next hour or so. These will continue to shift more and more east. Those temperatures today starting out in the 60s, but we're climbing into the low 80s by the afternoon. And keep in mind, this is technically the warmest time of the year on average. Normal high of 82 degrees and the typical dog days of summer. However, we're not really seeing too much in terms of extreme heat at this point, with temperatures in low 80s, not too bad for July standards. But the humidity still remaining pretty noticeable, upper 60s, and on the rise as we look ahead to the next few days. But with events like the Boonville Oneida County Fair starting out this week, in fact, starting out today, this morning, maybe a relatively damp start if you're heading out early today, but by the afternoon, we're warming up into the 80s, upper 70s, low 80s, with partly sunny skies and mainly drying out in time for the parade at 7 p.m. and the fireworks at 9. Bigger picture, broad area of low pressure, a trough moving through, and we're stuck in between two systems or two frontal boundaries. And with that, the forcing is a bit unsettled, a bit disorganized, and that gives us just disorganized rain chances here and there over the next few days. But they are somewhat easier to track for the most part. Widespread rain shifting out to the east, spotty pop-up showers here and there this evening, but mainly dry. Tonight, also mainly dry, isolated shower or storm. Then by tomorrow, relatively dry start, scattered showers and storms in the afternoon. And so your 7-day forecast, a bit unsettled for the next few days, Wednesday being the dampest of the next few, but following that, we'll see sunshine arrive on Friday, lingering into the weekend, Saturday and Sunday, beautiful conditions. And temperatures in the upper 80s by Sunday.
Just a few rainy days to get through.
Yeah, get through this. We got lots of sun on the horizon.
All right, thank you so much. My favorite time of the show now. Time to wish those of you celebrating your birthdays today a very happy birthday.
The news with Katrina Smith and meteorologist Eric Gage.
Good morning, and thank you for joining us for another half hour of News Channel 2 at Sunrise. I'm Katrina Smith. Gary has the morning off.
And I'm Storm Tracker 2 meteorologist Eric Gage, who is still in this morning.
You know what? You don't get a break, do you?
Never get a break.
You've been tracking quite a bit of weather over the, severe weather, rain this week. So, you haven't had a break from the weather and from being here.
No break since. And even though we like to say, it's been a busy thing, a busy time for us,
Sure.
It's obviously more busy or a lot more impactful for those that were immediately impacted by
and
the storms.
the volunteers and the workers and the people who are stepping up and helping out, in the city of Rome and around, like the DPW workers that are just working around the clock. What a huge thank you. And, just like it just gets to your heart that everybody's just helping, lending a hand to their neighbors. It's beautiful to see.
At first, when you visit areas like that, your heart sinks. But then when you see all the folks out and about helping each other, helping their neighbors, and it lifts you. Notice that this is a central New York thing. You don't see that too often around the world.
Absolutely. Speaking of,
let's take a look at another tornado survey that's been confirmed again. This is just a developing situation. More surveys are being conducted. More tornado paths are being confirmed. This one in the area of Lee, in the path length of 6.5 miles, continues through the Lee area, through Mitchell Road, Point Rock Road, then taking a slight right detour. And this continues through some woods, past a few more roads, and then continuing until it reaches Beartown Road. Then it kind of goes parallel to Beartown Road, and then finally North Beartown Road before it finally came to an end and the survey was concluded. An EF1 tornado with 95-mile-per-hour winds. With that, plus the Herkimer County tornado and the Lewis County, or the Hamilton County tornado, I should say, that was confirmed yesterday, we're now up to 10 for the 16th and 20 for the month, which are both record-setting. So to put it in perspective again, the last time we saw more than 13 tornadoes in a month was in 1998 and 1992, so this is already shattering records. But a live look at Oneonta right now. It's a damp start to the day. Some rain showers, patchy fog, and temperatures in the 60s. And this morning, pretty much 60s across the board. But the widespread rain is shifting out to the east, especially at the Otsego County line. And following that, just some spotty light rain showers. A damp start to the day today, but sunshine will move in for some spots. Partly sunny skies, isolated shower. But we're not done with the rain chances just yet for the work week. We'll talk about those rain chances, plus when the dry weather begins to arrive in that forecast straight ahead. Katrina?
Thank you, Eric. Don't forget your Storm Tracker 2 forecast is never more than 10 minutes away on News Channel 2 at sunrise. It's been a long week for the city of Rome. Get your Storm Tracker 2 forecast is never more than 10 minutes away on News Channel 2 at sunrise. It's been a long week for the city of Rome. Progress has been made in that tornado cleanup. City pools open later today. News Channel 2's Ben Kinney checked in with officials for updates on roads and much, much more.
I mean, it's remarkable. We've had people, Mayor and I have been around all weekend as well, once again, and had people who, interestingly enough, came from other parts of the country that said that had tornadoes and said, we've never seen a cleanup this quick.
A majority of the roads in the city have been reopened, the exceptions being West Court and West Liberty near St. Mary's and First Presbyterian churches, as well as Perry Street. The city's pools will also be reopened starting today. The curfew order that was in effect has also been rescinded.
Although the curfew has been lifted, please don't take that as flood the area to come see what's going on. Although the roads are clear at this point, as far as being passable, there is still a lot of debris that is on the side of the road that crews are going to be tasked with clearing out over the next few weeks.
Early estimates have the number of homes that were damaged around 300, with 7 being destroyed. The Community Foundation has set up a fund to help.
They have already got about $175,000 committed to that fund, which is outstanding from the public. The county, working with the city, the county is going to commit $1 million to start to that fund. So right now you're looking at a fund that has close to $1.2 million.
While almost all roads affected by the tornado have been reopened and power has been restored to most areas, the mayor says there's still a long way to go in Rome's road to recovery. Reporting in Rome, Ben Kinney, News Channel 2.
Welcome back. Taking a look at our photo of the day on this Tuesday. This one was a photo submitted to us over the weekend, especially Saturday night to Sunday or Sunday night to Monday morning with the almost full buck moon taken in Lee Center. And this is, of course, the full moon in July, named after, you guessed it, a buck. As we enter closer to fall, the bucks around our area start producing antlers. They're still velvety at this point, still very small, but it's why the buck moon gets its name. If you would like to submit a photo like this one, send it to the link right there on top of your screen, WKTV.com/weather/pics. Well, we're keeping an eye on the radar this morning. Still some scattered showers, primarily in Otsego County as they shift out to the east. We're tracking gradually drying conditions throughout the daytime today, but we're not out of the woods with rain showers just yet. We'll take a look at that in that full forecast straight ahead. Katrina?
Thank you, Eric. The New Hartford Little League 8.
The WKTV Tower Cam is brought to you by the Central Association for the Blind and Visually Impaired. From Central New York's most dependable weather team, here's meteorologist Eric Gage.
Good morning. Welcome back, everyone. This Tuesday is starting out a bit damp in some spots with light drizzle and some rain showers continuing to shift east. But as we take a live look at downtown Utica right now, the roads are drying up. They were a bit more damp about 2 hours ago. Now they are looking mainly dry, but cloudy skies here in the Mohawk Valley. Temperature sitting officially at 66 at Griffiths and Rome. With 65-degree dew point, very humid conditions. And a live look at the Yorkville Battery Storm Tracker 2 live radar. Again, most of this rain is continuing to shift more and more east. We got a few spotty showers here and there, and that'll be the case at least for the weather for this entire day today. spotty showers, but mainly dry conditions. And those temperatures today climb from the 60s up into the upper 70s, low 80s by this afternoon. Keep in mind, too, though, as well, we're actually in the warmest time of the year. Normal high of 82 degrees. Following the end of the month, the warmest time of the year begins to cool down a little bit as we approach the August days. But again, humidity still remaining pretty notable. Dew points in the upper 60s throughout the day today. But with the Boonville Oneida County Fair starting out today, we're talking about temperatures in the upper 70s, low 80s for highs. Partly sunny skies. Again, rain chances in the morning diminishing as we head into the afternoon. So those of you who are planning on attending the parade at 7 p.m. and the fireworks at 9, so far the weather looks to cooperate. But stay tuned as we're tracking the potential of an isolated shower that could pass north or south a few miles away from the area. Broader picture, we've got weak disturbance moving into our region. 2 areas of fronts, both north and south, creating disorganized chances for showers and storms over the next few days. So they're a bit hard to track, but we can tell you the most likely times where we're going to see rain. Again, this morning was the best time. That shifts out to the east. Then we got a few chances for an isolated shower here and there, mixed in with some sunshine, temperatures in the upper 70s, low 80s. Then overnight tonight, a few passing clouds, again, isolated shower, and then a mainly dry start Wednesday before more scattered showers and storms roll through in the afternoon. And so your 7-day forecast, the dampest day of the next 7 looks to be on Wednesday, lingering light showers on Thursday, but as we head into Friday and the weekend, warming up. Upper 70s Friday, low to mid 80s Saturday, mid to upper 80s on Sunday with sunshine both days. High pressure sets in, and as I mentioned earlier, as long as we get the rain out of the way in the weekdays and the sunshine in the weekends, and a lot of folks have graduation parties just or any
On the
any
weekends,
fairs,
yep, it'll be a hot one, but
nice
yeah.
and dry.
Yep. Thank you so much, Eric. And moving right along, the head of the Secret Service says the
Now, the news with Katrina Smith and meteorologist Eric Gage.
Good morning, and thank you for joining us. I'm Katrina Smith. Gary has the day off.
And I'm Storm Tracker 2 meteorologist Eric Gage.
You're still here.
Still here.
Eric has been so busy. All of our meteorologists have been so busy tracking tornadoes, tracking debris, tracking rain, tracking just everything we've seen over the course of the past 7 days. It's got to be exhausting. You know, just keeping your eye on all of this.
Yeah, it's very busy days. We got more quiet days looking forward, which is the great news.
That is good news.
But with the latest updates that were released yesterday
Yes.
afternoon,
We want to take a look back.
let's take a look back at the tornado which was confirmed in Lee. Those of you who are asking questions on whether it'd be surveyed to be a confirmed tornado, well, your questions were correct. An EF1 tornado started out at Palmer Road and strengthened to roughly around 95 miles per hour, then took a little bit of a slight right turn, heading beyond Stedman Road, continuing east, heading through Colburn Road, and then continuing more and more east, heading to Beartown Road, almost going parallel with the street before ending at North Beartown Road, heading into the woods. And so again, path length of 6.5 miles, the path width around 200 or so yards. And that puts the total, including the Herkimer and Hamilton County tornadoes also confirmed yesterday, up to 10, which is a record. And on top of that, 20 for the month of July, also a record. Now, the weather for today, a bit of a cloudy, damp start. Here's speaking live like at Oneonta right now. Some rain showers still falling. Temperature is 67 in Rome, 64 Hamilton, and most of the rain showers continuing into the capital region, exiting central New York. And we'll see mainly dry weather. Again, we're not out of the woods with rain showers just yet for today. We've got a broad area of a system moving over our region, but most of us will start to see some sunshine by this afternoon with highs in the upper 70s. We're, of course, tracking those small rainfall chances today, plus a better shot for rain tomorrow in that forecast straight ahead. Katrina?
Eric, thank you. With the National Weather Service confirming that tornado in Lee that touched down last week. This is a look at some of that damage from that. Grand total in the region just eye-popping here. Residents posted photos of the damage, including broken branches and downed trees. 2 children are in critical condition after the buggy they were in was struck on Route 12 Monday evening. This happening just before 6:30 in the evening.
From Central New York's most dependable weather team, here's meteorologist Eric Gage.
20 or so degrees into the 70s, eventually near 80s by this afternoon. A live look at downtown Utica. Of course, we've got overcast skies, roads gradually drying out as the rain showers are continuing east. And as you can see here, temperatures in the 70s, cloudy conditions, and still a bit on the humid side. A live look now at the Yorkville Battery Storm Tracker 2 live radar. These rain showers are continuing again to shift eastward, things drying out areas to the west. Isolated shower possible this afternoon, but most of the area remains dry. Again, climbing up into the 80s, upper 70s by this afternoon, and humidity still remaining pretty noticeable between now and within the next 6 to 12 hours. And with the opening of the Boonville Oneida County Fair today, temperatures will start out at least by the mid-afternoon, upper 70s, low 80s, partly sunny, and again, rain chances diminishing as we head throughout the afternoon. Of course, looking at dry weather for the most part for the parade at 7 and the fireworks at 9. The larger scale picture, we're seeing 2 separate frontal boundaries producing unsettled conditions here locally as a few waves of low pressure move along those frontal boundaries into our local area. So although these rain showers are disorganized, we can still have a general idea of where the most likely times of these rain showers take place. Speaking of most likely times, this morning was our best shot. It's actually lined up pretty well with the radar as those rain showers taper off to the east. And an isolated shower possible this afternoon, but again, most of the area seeing some sunshine and dry weather. Then by tonight, a few passing clouds, isolated shower, and then rainfall activity picks up tomorrow with scattered showers and storms throughout the day and high temperatures in the upper 70s, low 80s. And so 7-day forecast, we've got a best shot for rain showers on Wednesday. Sunshine moving in by Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and Monday, warming up into the upper 80s, and humidity noticeable but not too bad.
Head back here, meteorologist Eric Gage joining us with a first look at the forecast and first day of the Oneida County Fair, and looks like there's some raindrops up there.
Yeah, a few raindrops have been through, but will actually dry out as the afternoon continues on. Less of a chance of rain heading into the evening. Of course, the most important thing, the fireworks, the parade. Yep. I want to have a forecast for that as well. So let's take a look outside right now. First of downtown Utica. A few clouds in the sky right now, some peaks of sunshine, but a different story as we turn our attention to Oneonta, where there's still some low-lying clouds across the area. Current temperature is 78 degrees, or 76, I should say, at Griffith Rome, 72 degrees in Hamilton with rain showers, 81 in Hamilton. And a live look at the Yorkville Battery Storm Tracker 2 live radar. Again, we're seeing a mix of sunshine, a mix of some pop-up showers and storms, but as these pass by, these will continue to weaken as they shift more and more east. So again, rumble of thunder, isolated downpour this afternoon, but these won't be expected to last too long as they slowly shift more and more to the south and east. So the next 12 hours, again, we're favoring sunshine mixed in with some clouds, and again, those pop-up showers and storms. But following today, we get a better shot for rain showers tomorrow, but will that stick around for most of the work week? We'll have the details straight ahead. Steve?
All right, Eric, thanks. The National Weather Service has confirmed that an EF1 tornado touched down in the town of Lee a week ago today. And with that latest determination, the grand total in the state is eye-popping. 10 in one single day and 20 for the entire month of July, both easily shattering records. Residents posted photos of the damage, including broken branches and downed trees. The tornado was on the ground for 6.5 miles and reached maximum winds of 95 miles an hour. Well, as we mentioned, the 136th annual
The WKTV Tower Cam is brought to you by the Central Association for the Blind and Visually Impaired. From Central New York's most dependable weather team, here's meteorologist Eric Gage.
Good afternoon and welcome back. The time now is 12:11. We're starting out at least this noontime with temperatures in the upper 70s, notable humidity, drying out for some locations. If you take a live look at downtown Utica, there's some blue skies peeking out with the mix of sun and clouds early today. And 76 officially at Griffiths and Rome. Still a bit humid. Dew point is 64. Feels also like 76 out with those calm winds. But in some locations, a different story with some spotty rain showers starting to form on the Yorkville Battery Storm Tracker 2 live radar. As we expected this morning, a few of these spotty showers could fire up. Again, we're in the middle of an area of a weak disturbance, which means that there are disorganized showers and pop-up thunderstorms forming. Again, not widespread, as you notice here. Some locations, in fact, Rome looking completely dry, south central Atlantic County looking dry, Syracuse dry, but you head closer to some locations up near Forestport, there is still some rain showers taking place. Throughout the afternoon, highs climb into the upper 70s to low 80s, so we're still looking right around average for this time of year. Normal high of 82, the warmest climatologically of the year so far. And regarding the humidity, again, we're still remaining relatively humid with dew points in the mid to upper 60s. And again, those of you heading to the Boonville Oneida County Fair, which kicked off this morning, we're still talking about temperatures in the upper 70s, low 80s. Again, can't rule out a shower entirely, but it's trending more so. You'll see sunshine or clouds versus seeing that rain moving in widespread. So again, today, a little humid and warm with highs in the upper 70s, low 80s. Now, the weak disturbance, as we mentioned, moving through the area, gliding along multiple frontal boundaries over our area. You can see two of the low pressure systems north and south of us. So this is keeping our region unsettled with clouds, rain showers, and even some peaks of sunshine. And our Skycast, I think this puts a good visualization of what's going to happen over the next few hours. Again, few pop-up showers here and there, sunshine as well, temperatures in the upper 70s, low 80s. We'll dry out for the most part tonight. Again, can't rule out a stray shower. And then as we head into tomorrow afternoon, looking more in terms of scattered showers and storms, a bit more showers compared to dry conditions tomorrow compared to today. And then showers sweep through, lingering drizzle possible by Thursday, but rainfall activity will taper off as we head into Thursday evening. And so look at your 7-day forecast. A bit unsettled both today, Wednesday, and Thursday, but dry conditions moving for Friday, highs upper 70s, and midsummer-like weather moves in by Saturday and Sunday with sunshine, temperatures climbing into the upper 80s, almost as if we reached the dog days of summer, heading into the final few days of July. But again, Boonville Oneida County Fair, there could be a stray rain shower, but I think I'll take the chances on some dry weather.
For tonight?
Yes, for tonight.
All right, and again, the parade starts at 7, and the fireworks are at 9 or dusk along in there. So if you're going to head out to the fair, today looks a good day to do it. All right, thanks a lot, Eric. Well, there's something in the cider, and it tastes, and that is obviously the wrong story. We'll work on that to get that fixed, about the campaign trail decision 2024 certainly heating up. Sort of a damp start today, but looks like it's going to get a little better. Fill us in.
Yeah, we got a few spotty showers popping up right now, but as we head throughout the afternoon, we'll gradually dry up for the most part. So let's take a look at what's going on out there right now. Again, downtown Utica, you notice a few clouds in the sky. In fact, some peaks of blue here and there. But in Oneonta, again, we're still tracking some low-lying clouds pushing out to the east. Our satellite feed showing a lot more in terms of sunshine out in western New York. And although we take a live look at the Yorkville Battery Storm Tracker 2 live radar, again, a few spotty showers here and there. They're popping up for the most part. As you can see here, they're popping up within the span of a few minutes, firing, producing a quick downpour, and then coming to an end. They're slow moving, but they're not lasting too long. And again, in between these showers, we're seeing dry conditions here and there all across central New York. So again, a mix of sunshine, rain showers, and clouds as of noontime. Current temperature is 76, Griffith and Rome 72 down in Hamilton, and we'll climb as high as the low to upper 70s to low 80s for today. Again, sunshine peeking out, slight chance of an isolated downpour, but following that, we got a better shot for rain showers tomorrow, but good news regarding the nice weather heading into the weekend. Details on that straight ahead. Steve?
All right, Eric, thanks. It's been a long week for the city of Rome. Progress has been made in the tornado cleanup, and the city pools open today. Ben Kinney checks in with officials for the updates.
I mean, it's remarkable. We've had people, Mayor and I have been around all weekend as well, once again, and had people who, interestingly enough, came from other parts of the country that said it had tornadoes and said, we've never seen a cleanup this quick.
A majority of the roads in the city have been reopened, the exceptions being West Court and West Liberty near St. Mary's and First Presbyterian churches, as well as Perry Street. The city's pools will also be reopened starting today. The curfew order that was in effect has also been rescinded.
Although the curfew has been lifted, please don't take that as flood the area to come see what's going on. Although the roads are clear at this point, as far as being passable, there is still a lot of debris that is on the side of the road that crews are going to be tasked with clearing out over the next few weeks.
Early estimates have the number of homes that were damaged around 300, with 7 being destroyed. The Community Foundation has set up a fund to help.
They have already got about $175,000 committed to that fund, which is outstanding from the public. The county, working with the city, the county is going to commit $1 million to start to that fund. So right now you're looking at a fund that has close to $1.2 million.
While almost all roads affected by the tornado have been reopened and power has been restored to most areas, the mayor says there's still a long way to go in Rome's road to recovery. Reporting in Rome, Ben Kinney, News Channel 2.
All right, Ben, thanks. Happening this week.
The WKTV Tower Cam is brought to you by the Central Association for the Blind and Visually Impaired. From Central New York's most dependable weather team, here's meteorologist Eric Gage.
Good Tuesday afternoon, everyone. We are tracking a few pop-up showers here and there, but for some locations, just a mix of sun and clouds. We'll take a live look in Utica right now. As you can see here, some peaks of blue skies in the distance, but still cloud layer mixing through as well. But a lot of the heavy overcast clouds are now passing to the east, and there's more opportunity to see peaks of sunshine throughout the afternoon. Currently 76 and cloudy at Griffith and Rome. Dew point is 64, so still a bit humid out right now. And as we take a live look at Yorkville Battery Storm Tracker 2 live radar, again, we're keeping an eye on a few pop-up showers and storms here and there. You notice how small some of these are, only a span of a few miles wide. You go from, for example, Route 13 out in western Oneida County, quick downpour, but head to Route 26, clear skies. So that would be the case for the daytime today. A few mile-wide pop-up showers and storms rolling through, but plenty of opportunity for sunshine and dry weather. This afternoon, this evening, temperatures will climb as high as the low 80s with slightly humid conditions, dew points in the upper 60s. But again, with temperatures in the low 80s, we're now right around average for this time of year. 82 degrees, the warmest climatologically all year round. Starting in the next few days, temperatures, again, based off of climate records, will slowly start to get a bit cooler. But for those of you heading out to, for example, the Boonville-Oneida County Fair today, temperatures upper 70s, low 80s. Again, slight chance for a shower, but partly sunny skies and a few clouds in the sky for most of this afternoon. Broader picture, again, weak disturbance moving over our area. This is what's keeping things unsettled with disorganized showers and storms. And as you can see here, this skycast paints a good picture of it with isolated showers here and there, drying out as we head into tonight. And so look at your 7-day forecast. We've got Opportunities for rainy weather the next few days, especially tomorrow. That's our best shot for scattered showers and storms. But following that, we've got some nice weather, Steve. So again, for those that are having any weekend plans, maybe going out to, for example, the Boonville and Eddy County Fair, want to hold off a few days. We got nice weather for that for Friday and Saturday.
All right, looks good. Thanks a lot, Eric. Well, the weather stayed nice all weekend as the
Storage trailers sitting in a lot off North
Rome, there is debris, if there is debris on your property that needs to be removed, just call 211.
Herkimer Oneida organizations active in disaster needs community input on this. Officials say it's essential in mobilizing resources effectively. The group is also looking for volunteers trained in using a chainsaw and other equipment. If you want to help out, you can email volunteer@romecitygov.com. And just in Oneida County, officials say they've relocated their Rome offices to the former Berkshire Bank that's at 100 West Dominic Street. The county's offices at 300 West Dominic were badly damaged in last week's tornado.
Time now for a first look at the forecast with Chief Meteorologist Bill Curtis. I wanted to take a second and say that you guys all did such a wonderful job on the coverage of the tornadoes last week. That was something else. It was a lot to deal with.
Yeah, it was, and I hope we never have to deal with this again. We are tracking some pretty quiet weather this evening. And for once, we actually don't have any additional tornadoes that the Weather Service has surveyed to pass along. So the count stands at 10 for last Tuesday and 20 for New York State for the month of July. We are tracking a few sprinkles out there this evening. These are going to be moving to the east, and our weather will start to dry out as we head into tonight. It's very humid out there. Temperature 76, dew point 66. The humidity is going to stick around. Our weather headlines, it does stay unsettled. The chance for thunderstorms, I'm not seeing the same ingredients that we saw last week, so these storms are not expected to be as strong here over the next couple of days. And we do expect to see some sunshine as we head into the weekend. Some scattered showers and storms this evening. Temperatures in the upper 70s. We are tracking, again, more showers and storms for tomorrow before the weather starts to dry out. Look at the forecasts coming up. Back over to you.
Bill, thank you. 590.
The WKTV Tower Cam is brought to you by the Central Association for the Blind and Visually Impaired. From Central New York's most dependable weather team, here's Chief Meteorologist Bill Curtis.
Good evening. We're tracking some scattered showers moving through central New York. Let's take a live look at the Yorkville Battery Storm Tracker 2 Doppler radar. For the most part, it's just a few showers, but there could be a few rumbles of thunder, especially in the Adirondacks. Out in Hamilton County, some of these showers are producing some heavier downpours out near Lake Pleasant and Morehouse. The rain showers are fairly light across the Mohawk Valley and scattered in nature. And we do have a brief downpour to track in Otsego County, moving towards Edmonston as well as Sherburne. We'll put a quick track on this as it continues to move to the east. It'll be moving towards Edmonston at 524, Burlington 539, Hartwick 549, and Cooperstown at 603 should it survive the trip. And again, more scattered showers. This picture is a funnel cloud. We actually detected one today. This picture from Joshua Williams in Barneveld. This was around noontime. The rain showers put together something called this is called a cold air funnel cloud. It forms in a very different way from the things that we saw last week. These are generally harmless, and a lot of times they don't even touch the ground, but there was some clear rotation here. And again, this is how we can tell the difference between funnel clouds and scud clouds. Notice the definition here is very sharp edges along the cloud. You don't see that with scud clouds. And again, a big thank you to Joshua for sending that in. Rain chances over the next couple of days, pretty high tomorrow. We're looking at widespread showers, some scattered showers on Thursday, especially in the morning, and then we get a chance to dry out. Sunshine is expected on Friday and Saturday. Temperatures across the area vary widely based on who's seeing rain and who's not. Little Falls 80 degrees, Westmoreland 74, Deansboro 68. Across Southern Valleys, 80 in Sherburne, Cooperstown 76, and Oneonta with 73. Scattered showers continue. We have a weather disturbance that's going to remain in place over the next couple of days. Eventually, it's going to move to the east and carry the showers with it, but we are going to be seeing some scattered showers and storms here over the next couple of days. Tonight, partly cloudy. Overnight lows drop down into the mid-60s. Tomorrow, we start out dry, but then some showers and a few thunderstorms arrive. Expect that the activity to be fairly widespread, so most of us get wet. Temperatures in the low 80s. Showers come to an end tomorrow night, and Thursday, a cold front moves in early in the day, and that produces a few scattered showers. Temperatures climb into the upper 70s. Partly cloudy tonight, low of 65. Tomorrow, widespread showers and storms. Temperatures climb into the low 80s. Storm Tracker 2 7-day forecast. The weather starts to improve starting Friday. We'll notice a drop in the humidity, and then the sun is back. Looks beautiful over the weekend. Sunny skies on Saturday, Sunday, and Monday. We warm up. The humidity not too bad until we head into early next week. Then it's going to feel like the middle of summer again with temperatures close to 90 Monday and Tuesday.
All right, Bill, thank you. Days after a global tech outage.
Back to Chief Meteorologist Bill Curtis.
I do have some new information to pass along tonight from the damage that happened last week. This is around Hinckley. We've been reaching out to the National Weather Service, who's in charge of surveying storm damage. They determined that this was straight line wind. This was out in the Hinckley area. We've had a lot of folks passing along all the damage that took place there. And again, we're not trying to minimize this by talking about this being straight line winds. Remember, whether winds are blowing straight or whether they're swirling, there was a lot of damage here, and there's a lot of strong and violent wind with these storms from last week. But again, the Weather Service determining that that was not tornado related. Live look at the Yorkville Battery Storm Tracker 2 Doppler radar. Some scattered showers continue across central New York this evening. We'll see more of them as we head into tomorrow. Temperatures are going to be pretty close to average over the next couple of days, but we see a warming trend. Some hot weather is expected to return starting over the weekend. Temperatures are going to climb into the mid to upper 80s. Taking the dog out for a walk this evening. Again, just dodging a few scattered showers. Temperatures will be in the 70s. Tonight's featured dogs Joey and Lola from Sequoia. This is brought to you by Nye Automotive Group. Again, tracking some wet weather for tomorrow. Look at the forecast coming up. Jason, back to you.
All right, Bill, thank you. It is summertime, which means it's coming.
Summer, never get caught on the course in bad weather. Get severe weather alerts right to your phone with the WKTV Storm Tracker weather app, the only weather app on your phone powered locally by the WKTV Storm Tracker 2 team. When you're on the go, stay in the know.
The WKTV Tower Cam is brought to you by the Central Association for the Blind and Visually Impaired. From Central New York's most dependable weather team, here's Chief Meteorologist Bill Curtis.
Good evening, Central New York. It remains very humid here across the region. We are keeping an eye on the Yorkville Battery Storm Tracker 2 Doppler radar. A few scattered showers are out there this evening. We also are seeing some downpours in the Adirondacks. Speculator seeing some downpours Lake Pleasant into central and northeastern Fulton County out near Great Sacandaga Lake. That's heading to the east. We do have some lingering showers in Otsego County, just to the west of Cooperstown. So far, this activity is relatively light, and will continue as we head into this evening. I'm expecting more widespread showers and thunderstorms as we head into tomorrow. That looks to be the wettest day of the week. Thursday, scattered showers, especially in the morning, and then a much drier weather pattern sets up for Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and Monday. With that being said, if you're looking to cut the lawn, the weather improves later in the week. I think late Thursday and Friday will be your best options. Friday looks to be the better of the next 3 days. Our MoCast is brought to you by Clinton Tractor. Skywatchers checking in. Our neighbors with the temperature, Bob and Clinton 75, Helen and Cassville 77, Jeff and Mohawk 78, Stewart and Cooperstown with 73. Scattered showers, again, continue across parts of our area this evening. This is all part of a weather disturbance, an area of low pressure to our west that's driving our weather. It's a weak disturbance, so this is mainly something that impacts us in the afternoon where there's the most energy in the atmosphere, and in the evening time the weather is relatively quiet. Our chance for rain goes up on Wednesday, especially in the afternoon time. Widespread showers are expected. The rain chances will diminish heading into Wednesday evening. A few showers around early Thursday, and then we do get a chance to dry out. Here's what it looks like on Skycast. Tonight, partly cloudy. Can't rule out a sprinkle, but most of the night looks dry. Overnight lows in the mid-60s. Start out tomorrow morning dry, but a few pop-up showers are expected in the afternoon. Temperatures will climb into the low 80s. Tomorrow night, partly cloudy skies, overnight lows in the 60s. Thursday, a cold front moves through. This produces more showers, especially early in the day. And we will notice a change in the air. We're going to see a drop in the humidity as we head into the end of the week, along with a return to sunshine. Partly cloudy tonight, low of 65, another muggy night. Tomorrow, looking at widespread showers and thunderstorms, especially in the afternoon, 82 for the high, still pretty humid. Storm Tracker 2 7-day forecast. That cold front arrives Thursday, 77. Sunshine Friday, 79. It looks beautiful heading into the weekend and warmer with high temperatures in the 80s. It's hot and humid by early next week. Temperatures approaching 90 by Monday and Tuesday. We'll be right back.
With Chief Meteorologist Bill Curtis.
Tracking a few scattered showers across our area this evening. This is a live look at the Yorkville Battery Storm Tracker 2 Doppler radar. The activity is fairly isolated in nature. We're not really expecting a lot here, and this is going to look different tomorrow. We're expecting more in the way of showers and thunderstorms. 76 degrees, the current temperature. It is very humid. The dew point up to 68. The humidity is going to be sticking around. This weather system in place will produce more showers and storms tomorrow. I think those will be pretty widespread. But in general, the weather does look to improve. We're expecting drier and warmer weather as we head into the weekend. Scattered storms this evening, really few and far between, though. Temperatures will be in the upper 70s. Tracking much warmer weather ahead as we head into the weekend. Look at the forecasts coming up. Chris, back to you.
1 week after the tornado, recovery efforts are in full swing. If there is debris on your property that needs to be removed, call 211.
Herkimer Oneida organizations active in disaster needs community input on this. Rome officials say it's essential in mobilizing resources effectively. They also are looking for volunteers trained in using a chainsaw and other equipment. Now, if you want to volunteer, you can email volunteer@romecitygov.com.
Oneida County is temporarily operating its Rome offices out of the former Berkshire Bank location in Rome. That's at 100 West Dominic Street. Anyone impacted by the storm can use this location to utilize relief services. Hours are 9 to 5 the rest of the week, 8:30 to 4:30 next week. Last week's tornado badly damaged the county offices in Rome at 300 West Dominic Street.
June unemployment rates are out and up compared to this time last year.
The WKTV Tower Cam is brought to you by the Central Association for the Blind and Visually Impaired. From Central New York's most dependable weather team, here's Chief Meteorologist Bill Curtis.
Good evening. We are tracking a few sprinkles across the region. This evening, we're expecting more activity tomorrow. Let's take a live look at the Yorkville Battery Storm Tracker 2 Doppler radar. The steadiest activity is in Hamilton County, just south of Speculator over Lake Pleasant. Some downpours here, even a rumble of thunder is possible. Quiet across the Mohawk Valley, but a couple of lingering sprinkles just south of the valley. This one between Canada-Rago and Otsego Lake. The weather is going to stay relatively quiet this evening. The showers are generally going to end. You can see the change in the weather here over the last hour. These sprinkles heading to the east, and again, we should be due for some relatively quiet weather as we head into tonight. This was earlier today. This was a funnel cloud taken in Barneveld. This is called a cold air funnel cloud. Sometimes you can get the perfect conditions in the atmosphere where there's enough spin where you can sometimes get these clouds to form. This did not touch the ground, by the way, and they are very, very short. And most of the time, again, not causing any damage. But again, something to see in the sky. By the way, this is not a scud cloud. We see these a lot. You can tell just by the definition of this cloud coming down from the cloud. Again, that was in Barneveld earlier today. Widespread showers and storms expected tomorrow. The activity starts to diminish Thursday. We're expecting dry weather Friday and Saturday. With that being said, best days to cut the lawn, either late Thursday or Friday. The weather looks to dry out. Our MoCast is brought to you by Clinton Tractor. Our neighbor is checking in with the temperature this evening. Mike in New Hartford, 77. Helen in Cassville, 77. Jeff in Mohawk, 78. Bill in New Forge, 72. And Skinevus checking in with 76. Weather disturbance in place will continue to create some scattered showers and storms. The best chance of wet weather is going to be tomorrow afternoon, and then this disturbance will head to the east. Tonight, partly cloudy skies. Overnight lows drop down into the mid-60s. Tomorrow, We start out dry, but I'm expecting widespread showers and storms to develop, some locally heavy rain possible, thunder and lightning. Temperatures will be in the low 80s. Tomorrow night, the weather looks to dry out. Overnight lows drop down into the mid-60s. Thursday, sunshine in the morning, and then some showers will be arriving during the late morning and early afternoon. The weather turns less humid as we head towards Friday. Partly cloudy tonight, low of 65. Tomorrow, showers and thunderstorms in the afternoon, 82. Storm Tracker 2 7-day forecast. A few showers here early Thursday, 77. Nice drop in the humidity for Friday. That looks to be the nicest day of the next 7. It is going to be beautiful over the weekend, but it gets warm. 84 Saturday, 88 Sunday. The humidity starts ramping up, hazy, hot, and humid. Looking ahead to Monday and Tuesday.
Summer returns.
Yeah.
Bill, thanks.
Still to come on News Channel. First look at the forecast with Chief Meteorologist Bill Curtis.
You weren't expecting this.
I wasn't. I thought, okay, well, what kind of tornado information do you have for us today? No, this is great stuff. Northern Lights possibility.
Yeah, this just came across my desk. We weren't really expecting a lot of solar activity, but there is a little bit in the sky tonight, which means we might see a faint glow to the north. It looks like the viewing time is 1 to 3 a.m., so pretty late tonight.
Grab a cup of coffee.
Grab a cup of coffee. It's worth it. If you do get lucky, which you're going to need to get lucky with these things, there's expected to be a very weak a solar storm tonight, just enough so that we could see it to the north. Skies are expected to be partly cloudy. Let's take a look at the forecast. Before we get into sky conditions, I did want to mention something. We did get new information on what happened last week from the National Weather Service. I stood in the wrong spot. They didn't mark the floor. Anyway, damage from Hinckley. I know a lot of folks were asking us about this. Was this a tornado or not? We got in touch with the Weather Service. They're calling it straight line winds. Live look at the Yorkville Battery, Storm Tracker 2 Doppler radar, a couple of sprinkles out there. So skies do have to clear out tonight if we're going to have any chance of seeing the northern lights. Temperature-wise, we're at 70 degrees. It is going to be a pretty mild night tonight. Overnight lows drop down into the mid-60s. And a pretty humid night ahead, too. So good night to run the air conditioner. Got some humid weather tomorrow, along with the risk for some thunderstorms. A look at the forecast coming up. Jason, back to you.
Bill, thank you. 1 week after a tornado struck Rome, Oneida County has extended the initial July 16th proclamation of a local state of emergency. The extended order is now effective from July 24th, which is tomorrow, to August 23rd. Meantime, recovery efforts are still ongoing. And if there is debris on your property that needs to be removed, Oneida County and Rome City officials want you to call 211. Herkimer Oneida Organizations Active in Disaster needs community input on this. Officials say it's essential in mobilizing resources effectively. The city is also looking for volunteers trained in using a chainsaw and other equipment. If you want to volunteer, you can email volunteer@romecitygov.com. Oneida County is temporarily operating its Rome offices out of the former Berkshire Bank location. That's at 100 West Dominic Street. Anyone impacted by the tornado can use this location to utilize relief services. Hours are 9 to 5 for the rest of the week and 8:30 to 4:30 next week. Last week's tornado badly damaged county offices at 300 West Dominic Street. Happening tomorrow, it's day 2 of the Boone.
The WKTV Tower Cam is brought to you by the Central Association for the Blind and Visually Impaired. From Central New York's most dependable weather team, here's Chief Meteorologist Bill Curtis.
Good evening. We are taking a look at the Storm Tracker 2 Doppler radar. It is looking pretty quiet tonight. Just a couple of sprinkles taking place across the region. Earlier today, one of our viewers spotted this cloud formation in the sky, sent it to us, and indeed, this is a small funnel cloud that was taken earlier today in Barneveld. I want to credit Joshua Williams for that. This is called a cold air funnel. It forms in a very different way compared to the stuff that we saw last week. Thankfully, this did not touch the ground, and there was no damage with it, but it's always pretty ominous to see stuff like that in the sky. By the way, those things are really rare. Severe weather risk tomorrow. We do have a few thunderstorms in the forecast. The overall risk for severe weather is low, but it's not zero, so we're going to continue to follow this and keep an eye on the sky. This risk includes all of central New York. We're in the marginal zone, so you can see it's on the low end here, but still, as we have learned many times before, it just takes one storm in the wrong spot. We'll continue to keep an eye on things. Rain looks widespread tomorrow, and then it becomes more scattered here for Thursday. The weather looks to dry out looking to Friday and Saturday. With that being said, the best day to cut the lawn over the next 3 is Friday. As the weather dries out, our MoCast is brought to you by Clinton Tractor. Unsettled weather continues. The disturbance in place will continue our chances for rain. It becomes more widespread tomorrow as an approaching cold front arrives. Tonight, partly cloudy skies, overnight lows in the mid-60s. Tomorrow, we start out the day dry. I'm expecting to see some pop-up showers and thunderstorms take place in the afternoon, and I think this activity is going to be pretty widespread. Temperatures climb into the low 80s, and it's humid. Tomorrow night, partly cloudy skies. On Thursday, the cold front moves in early, which means we could see a few showers during the late morning to early afternoon. The weather turns much less humid and a lot more comfortable as we head into the end of the week and weekend. Partly cloudy skies tonight, low of 65. Tomorrow, widespread showers and thunderstorms in the afternoon, humid, 82. Storm Tracker 2 7-day forecast. A few showers here Thursday, 77. Much less humid Friday. Beautiful sunshine, 79. Beautiful weekend ahead. Plenty of sunshine. We're in the 80s. We're to the upper 80s, and it turns a lot more humid as we head into early next week. We'll be right back.
Chief Meteorologist Bill Curtis. Pretty cool tonight. No doom and gloom, but northern lights.
Yes, something that came upon our desk tonight, a little bit of solar activity. It's been a little while since we've been talking about this, but some minor activity could be just enough for us to see the northern lights. We want to look to the north. Best time looks like 1 to 3 a.m. So if you're going to be up late tonight, it's worth checking out, or just before you go to bed. We have partly cloudy skies in the forecast. But before we get into that, I did want to give you an update. We got word from the National Weather Service today from the damage near Hinckley. We've had a lot of folks asking us about that. They have determined it was straight line winds. And again, this is just a reminder, there was a lot of damage here. This is not to downplay this. Just because it's not a tornado doesn't mean it's not serious, violent, or pretty jaw-dropping, especially when you look at the pictures here. It's just a matter of what the winds were doing. The Weather Service thinks that the winds were coming from the downburst of a thunderstorm, which is a pretty significant event. Live look at the Yorkville Battery Storm Tracker 2 Doppler radar. Again, pretty quiet conditions out there. Partly cloudy skies. Our current temperature at Griffiths and Rome is 70 degrees. Actually, clear skies at Griffiths, so it might be worth checking out the northern lights tonight with clear skies. As we head into tonight, overnight lows drop down to the mid-60s. It's going to stay pretty mild overnight. We're tracking some thunderstorms as we head into tomorrow. We've got to look at the forecast coming up. Jason, back to you.
Bill, thank you. 1 week after that tornado struck Rome, Oneida County has extended the initial July 16th proclamation of a local state of emergency. The extended order is effective from July 24th, tomorrow, through August 23rd. Meantime, recovery efforts are in full swing. If there is debris on your property that needs to be removed, Oneida County and Rome City officials want you to call 211. Herkimer Oneida Organizations Active in Disaster needs community input on this. Officials say it's essential in mobilizing resources effectively. The city is also looking for volunteers trained in using a chainsaw and other equipment. If you want to volunteer, you can email volunteer@romecitygov.com. And Oneida County is temporarily operating its Rome offices out of the former Berkshire Bank location. That's located at 100 West Dominic Street. Anyone impacted by the tornado can use this location to utilize relief services. Hours are 9 to 5 for the rest of this week and 8:30 to 4:30 next week. Last week's tornado badly damaged the county offices at 300 West Dominic Street. Happening tomorrow, it's
The WKTV Tower Cam is brought to you by the Central Association for the Blind and Visually Impaired. From Central New York's most dependable weather team, here's Chief Meteorologist Bill Curtis.
Good evening. We are taking a live look at the Yorkville Battery Storm Tracker 2 Doppler radar. And tonight, the weather is clearing out. We had a few scattered showers today. The weather becomes a lot more active tomorrow. In fact, we did have some activity today. This was a pretty interesting capture in the sky, and it was a little ominous for a short period of time. This is called a cold air funnel. You can see this very sharply defined, what looks like a finger coming out of the cloud. This is a funnel, never touched the ground, and this forms in a very different way compared to what we saw last week. They're extremely brief and they're hard to detect. But Joshua Williams did capture this picture. This was taken in Bardaville around noontime. Let's talk about the risk for storms tomorrow. I think the the storms are going to be widespread, but conditions don't favor the type of storms that we saw last Tuesday. However, a couple of those could cause some gusty winds and some locally heavy rain. I actually think flooding is a possibility tomorrow. And again, we're going to continue to monitor that. The winds, I should say the rain looks to be widespread, a lot more scattered on Thursday. We do have some dry weather expected Friday and Saturday. With that said, best day to cut the lawn over the next 3 days is Friday. Again, with the wet weather tomorrow, that looks to be the least favorable day. Our MoCast is brought to you by Clinton Tractor. A disturbance in place for tomorrow will spark off widespread showers and thunderstorms. Tonight, the weather looks pretty quiet. Overnight lows drop down into the mid-60s. We start out tomorrow morning dry with some breaks of sunshine. It's humid, it's warm, and that's going to fuel a few thunderstorms to develop in the afternoon. Again, this looks to be widespread. Temperatures will climb into the low 80s. Tomorrow night, the weather should dry out. Skies clear out too. Thursday morning, we start out with some sunshine. The cold front drops in during the late morning and early afternoon, producing more scattered showers and storms. And then we'll see a nice drop in humidity and much more comfortable weather as we head into the end of the week. Partly cloudy tonight, a low of 65. Tomorrow, widespread showers and thunderstorms in the afternoon. 82 for the high. It's expected to be warm and humid. Here's a look at your Storm Tracker 2 7-day forecast. Thursday, a few scattered showers, 77. The weather looks really nice as we head into Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, and it warms up. Temperatures climb into the upper 80s by early next week. Now, I know this is probably off camera, but we actually have a nice view of the almost
look at the moon.
full moon.
What, is it over my head? Where is
No,
it?
I don't think we can see it.
Oh, it's just off shot. Can we pan a little bit over? There it is.
Yes.
Perfect.
I think it was
Cam,
full
he's awesome.
on Sunday night, so we're a couple of days late here, but that's still really nice.
That's a beautiful shot.
Yeah.
All right, thank you, Bill. Coming up next, a local cider mill is asking